Hey guys, tonight I wanted to talk about love attraction in terms what works, what doesn't work, and why. I've been planning this audio for so long, but haven't got around to actually film it just because it's a lot. I'm trying to find the right words and everything, and it's just I think it's gonna be really a long, and I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to listen to it fully, but I'm gonna give it a try and I'm gonna try to keep it short. So, first of all, I will say that love attraction is a thing, it's a real thing. Because what it basically is just the mere fact that everything is energy and that energies do attract things and also repulse things. And this is proven by science for sure. Like we know everything's energy. And so the law of attraction is a fact. You know, if you don't believe me, you can look at the scientific evidence. And I always, well, I'm going to get into that later. So Einstein, who is one of my favorite scientists, spoke about law of attraction. So did Tesla and like pretty much all of them that were in that field. So I will say that I personally have been casting spells for clients for over 20 years now, so almost 21 years. And I have done so much research on everything. I'm actually a very educated person, for those of you who don't know. I have several degrees. So believe me, I've done my research. I'm still doing my research. I actually study every single day. I love learning new things. I love researching things. It's a hobby of mine. So some people like to watch TV or they like to, I don't know, listen to music or whatever. And I love to research and study. I always love that. So I pretty much know what works, what doesn't work, and how it works. So, number one thing I want to tell you is that I read so many books on love attraction. So many, like I think to the point of probably like hundreds. And I read also all the popular ones like The Secret, also The Greatest Secret, which is from the same author. I've read Neville Goddard books. I've read all the famous ones, and also not so famous ones. But I wanted to share these because they're the most popular, I guess, from what I hear at least. And I will say one thing. I do not agree with things in that books, like for the most part. I do agree with some stuff that's in the books, definitely. Like when they describe that it's all energy and all those things, that's totally true. But the techniques and some things are just totally not true. And, scientists have never said it works that way because it doesn't. And I agree with science, actually. Also, there's a bunch of manifestation coaches on YouTube, and I haven't obviously watched all of them, so I'm sure that some of them are good. I mean, it's impossible that all of them are horrible, but I think that majority of them is trying to make easy money, as I always say. They don't know anything about law of attraction and they're just there to get money, and that's their purpose. They're telling you techniques and things that do not work, and they pretty much all have the same things to say. And they're pretty much all of them are following Neville Goddard, and you know. So I'm gonna start with telling you what is total BS. excuse my language. I'm trying to be polite. I know that some of you are from cultures that are really respectful, and I definitely respect that. I just want to say that I totally am a polite person, but sometimes I get mad and sorry. So I will start with affirmations. So I already have audios on that, so I'm gonna keep it short. Affirmations, if there's something that's not like about a specific person, or something like really specific, if it's like I'm healthy, I don't know, something like that, something general, it's okay. It's okay. It can, help. Uh, that's perfectly fine. But you do not need to repeat this affirmation for half an hour. I've heard from some of my clients that they were like repeating affirmations for like 2 hours every day. Don't do that. Just don't. There's no purpose in that. So you can say that a couple of times a day, for example, before breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or something like that. Affirmations that I do not recommend are like affirmations, John is my husband, I'm married to John, John and I are married, stuff like that. Why? Because John is not your husband, okay? And he's not gonna become your husband if you repeat this sentence. That's not gonna happen. Even though they tell you it is, it's not. And people have tried it and it didn't happen, of course. The only thing that's gonna do is make you more obsessed with John, which is gonna create more resistance and more blocks if you had a spell done. And even in general, it's just gonna make you obsessed, which is bad for your mental health. So don't do that. And I'm just going to end it here with affirmations. I hope it's clear. If you want more information, I have more audios on them. So I don't want to waste time here and make this audio even longer than it's going to be. So a second thing that I totally disagree with is that you attract, you attract certain types of people, and that is your fault because you have your issues and stuff, and then your energy is not good, and you're attracting only like totally horrible people. This is not, again, totally not true, because your energy, even if it's bad, I'm sure it's not narcissistic or something like that, totally toxic. You may be sad or depressed or anxious. It doesn't mean you are a toxic, narcissistic person, for God's sake. And therefore, why would you attract a narcissist just because you're sad and feeling low? I mean, yes, narcissists love to pick their victims of a certain type, but that is not to do with you. That's to do with them, because they know how to pick their victims, okay? So it's a whole different thing. Narcissists are attracted to you because they that's just their thing, okay? So yeah, that's that. Another thing is, even when you are vibing high, you may attract a bad person. That has nothing to do with that, because honestly, there's a lot of bad people. There's a lot of people that cheat and that lie in this world, and most of us will run into them sometime. And it doesn't have to be when we are vibrating low. It can be at any point, because that's just how it is. It doesn't have to do with that. And we're gonna explain why later, okay? So that's one of the things I don't agree with them. Another thing that I do not agree with them is that it's your fault when somebody cheats on you and lies to you and leaves you, because they kind of say, oh, you did it because you were thinking about it. Like, seriously? They're totally into this idea that our thoughts are manifesting. And the thing is that our thoughts are important in terms that we don't want to be negative and in victim mentality, so we're not vibrating low, so our mood is not bad, so our energy is not bad. It does not mean that anything we think about manifests. That's crazy. Okay, that's insane. Like, that does not happen. So when you're in a relationship and you're thinking, oh, he's cheating on me, and you're thinking this probably because he is, and probably because you're suspecting something, right? Or you have a gut feeling, your intuition is telling you this, and then they're gonna tell you, oh, but he was cheating because you were thinking it, and he was probably cheating before you thought that, because you started to think that because this person became suspicious or you had a gut feeling, right? So I absolutely hate, and I don't like using this word, but I do absolutely hate when they try to convince people it's their fault, somebody treated them poorly, somebody lied and cheated to them. And they're actually making it worse for the person that's already broken from this behavior, because now they're thinking it's all their fault, which is even worse. So it's so horrible, and I hate it. Yes, I do. Also, it's bad for your mental health to listen to these people and this type of things. And I don't know, I would make it illegal, to be honest, because no, it's not your fault somebody treated you badly or lied to you or cheated on you, whatever the case may be. It's that person's fault, okay, not yours fault. Okay, so I hope that's clear. And now we come to our next point, which is they say that nobody has free will but you. Like, in your reality, only you have free will. Again, insane. Everyone has free will. Every single person has free will. And this is why we're having trouble with some stubborn people when we do spells, because obviously they have free will and they're fighting the spell sometimes, okay? So clearly everyone has free will. And they make you think, oh, you're the only one with a free will and everyone's a puppet. No, not everyone's a puppet, sorry. Everyone is a person, okay? A person with a mind and with free will. And that's it. I guarantee you this, okay? It would be like, now I'm going to give you an example. So now you are in your reality and you may think, oh, Svetlana is just a puppet. I'm going to make her, I don't know, to give me a free spell. Well, no, you will not, because I don't give free spells because I can't. I can't. And that's it. So there you go. I have my free will. So, yeah, those are some of the insane things these people are claiming, and none of them are true. Don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it, because that's not how it is, okay? It doesn't work that way. So now let's talk about how it works. So, what law of attraction is basically is, like I said, it's about energy and vibration. And what you do is you get into higher vibration. And we already have audios how to do that, so I'm not gonna waste time on that either. When you do, what happens is that obviously you will attract more good things. And this is just how it works, because you are in a good mood, in a good vibration, and more, you're gonna be getting more nice stuff happen to you. However, this does not mean that and nothing bad will happen either. It always will. You have to be aware of that. We will always have bad things happen to us, bad situations, even bad people. That's just how it is. And it's normal. It's part of the human experience, unfortunately. But for the most part, you're going to be okay. That's the point. Now, can we manifest whatever we want when we're in the high vibration? No, of course not. They claim also that you can get anything you want. You can't get anything you want. You can't get Brad Pitt. You can't become a billionaire overnight with doing nothing. And, they just have such stupid, I'm sorry for using this word, claims. Because no. It's like those scammers, spellcaster scammers that also claim, oh yes, 3 days, anything you want. They're scamming you just like those scammer spellcasters. So, no, you can't manifest anything you want, and being in a high vibration is not enough to get specific stuff. You need spells. Because when you're in a high vibration, sure, you're going to attract better things, but you can't really control what you're going to attract. So, you can't really, you might get some exes back. You might get some people from the past reach out, but it will maybe not be the person you want because you can't control who it's going to be. It's just going to happen randomly. So you will need to do a spell if you want something very specific. And law of attraction works with magic because everything's energy and your vibration needs to be high for the spell to able to provide things to you, to, get through you. So you don't block it and you don't delay it. And we have audios on that, so I'm not gonna get into that, okay? So law of attraction does exist. It's a thing. This is how it works. You get in my instructions with the spell exactly what you need to do for it to work in terms that your vibration will be higher and the spell is going to be able to get through. That's it. There is no great magic about law of attraction in terms that you can manifest whatever you want and everything that they claim. It doesn't work that way. Now, I do want to address scripting and vision boards because I do think both of these techniques are worthy mentioning. So again, the representation is totally false. They say you can script whatever you want, like it already happened, and everything's gonna happen. No, it's not. Okay. Also, you create a vision board and everything's just gonna magically happen. No. But scripting and vision boards are really great. And I'm going to tell you what they're great for. They're great for setting your goals. So, for example, if you have a goal in your career, you can script about, the amount of raise you got, how much money you made, or things like that, if it's a realistic goal and something you're working towards. And yes, it's going to happen, but you're going to have to work for it, obviously. You always need to do some physical action for most of these things, except X. X's, no physical. Okay, but anything else, you will need to do something for it. So obviously, if you're working towards a goal and you script your goals, yes, you will achieve them. Also with vision boards, you make them accordingly to your goals, but realistic goals, things you're working on, things that actually you can have in a certain amount of time. If you're gonna make a vision board with yachts and billions of dollars and I don't know what, and you're like unemployed, not looking for work, not doing anything, just laying around and expect everything to fall from the sky, it will not happen, okay? So this is how you use scripting and vision boards. You use them for realistic goals you're working towards. And yes, they do work in that terms. And you're going to see that it does work. And I've actually tested scripting a lot of times during these 20 years. And, I tried it for, unrealistic wishes and realistic wishes. And realistic ones definitely did happen, the stuff I was working towards. And then some crazy wishes that I did nothing for and that they weren't even they weren't even something I could work towards. Of course, didn't happen. So that's that. And when it comes to vision boards, I personally have never used vision boards, so I don't really have experience, but just logically, I think this is how they would work, that they would be like same as scripting. So I have nothing against if you want to script or have a vision board. And if you want to script about, spell progress, that's also totally fine as long as you're not obsessing or lasting for results. So those are the two techniques that I would say do work, but within the reason and in a certain manner. I just want to talk about one more that I've read in several books. I think it was in The Secret and in something in more books, but it's like the technique. If you're trying to, for example, if you're trying to meet a new partner, right? A boyfriend, girlfriend, a husband, wife, whatever, and you're single basically, and you are like, they say you're supposed to like put two pillows on your bed, put two plates when you eat, and things like that. That's so moronic. Like, don't do that. Number one, it's just stupid, and it's like to trick your brain so you will think somebody else is with you, which is not how it works at all. Your brain will be just like, what? Your brain is not that dumb. And also, I have often in my life, I've often done find a new love spell for myself, and I've never, ever, along with it, used these things, and it always manifested. So I've never done this crazy stuff, and obviously, it's just dumb. So, if you're trying to manifest new love, get a spell for it, and after that, you're gonna be instructed, but what's really important during this process, if you're looking for a new love, is for you not to obsess about it. So don't, not only about the spell, but like about being in a relationship. So you have to be okay by your own. You have to find happiness being single, and this does not mean that you want to stay single or that you're gonna stay single. No, you just need to be enough for yourself. You need to be fine, and you need to be aware that you're fine single, and it's better for you to be single than with the wrong person. And that, sure, you would love to be, in a relationship because it's beautiful and everything, but with the right person, with someone you actually like and someone that's worthy of you. And you have to have a healthy attitude basically towards the whole thing, which does not include setting the table with two plates, because that, if you're single, right, because that is not a healthy attitude. So it's a lot different that they are presenting, and those gimmicky techniques and gimmicky affirmations and all of those stuff, it's just, to make money on. I don't know what it's basically for, but it doesn't work. Okay. So that's what I wanted to discuss. So, yeah, I will also mention that I do think that magic is something that was given to us to make our lives better. So obviously, it has its limits, and you can't always be happy or in a good mood. That's totally impossible. Also, if you are in high vibration, if you think it means that you will always be in a good mood and nothing will, upset you or make you sad, you're wrong. Things will happen and you will get sad or angry or whatever, but it's normal and doesn't mean you're now vibrating low. It just means that you're a human being. And what you need to do in these situations is simply accept them, feel the feelings, and then move on. So you definitely must not fall into the victim mentality, because when you fall into victim mentality, that is when your vibration gets low. But to have a bad day or, have some bad event or whatever is normal. Now, where was I? Yeah, I was saying that, yeah, magic was given to us for sure to cope better. And, if you ask me, and some people ask me if anyone can do magic, anyone can practice magic. Well, yeah, I guess. But the thing is that magic is same as any other talent we were given. So, singing, for example, it's something that, most people can sing. Some people can sing really great and make a career out of it. Some people can sing mediocre, and some people are just really bad at singing. And then there are people who can't sing at all because, they are, I don't know the English word, I'm sorry. Mute, is it? I don't think it is, but you know what I mean. They can't speak. They don't have. They can't talk. And so the same is with magic. Some people will be brilliant at it. Some people will be mediocre at it. Some people will be bad at it, and it's just not gonna work. And some people, can't even do it at all. So it's the same as with any other profession or job. So even though it was given to us, it doesn't mean that anyone can really practice it. Just like not everyone can really sing. And when it comes to singing, right, some people, like I said, will be just brilliant at it, and that's like not going to be like a majority of people, right? So same is with magic, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean it doesn't work and doesn't exist. Like, singing also exists, right? And there's another thing. For example, you can really practice singing a lot, so you will get better. And then also you can practice magic a lot, and you will get better. And even if you can't sing really good, if you practice, you will get better and better, but you will never get like brilliant at it because you just don't have that voice or that talent. And same is with magic. It really depends, but definitely practicing is important. Great singers practice all the time, and so do great magicians. So again, people have used magic since forever, honestly. All the ancient civilizations have used it, and every religion basically uses magic. So I have nothing against religions. Like I said, I'm just not part of any of them. But if you are, that's totally fine. That's totally cool and nice. It's nice. I think it's nice. But if you think about it, pretty much every religion has some magic rituals, right? For example, I was raised Catholic, so because here where I live, that's the dominant religion, right? So most people are Catholic. So I was raised one as well, and Catholics, they have candles, they use candles, they use prayers for a cause. So like they write petitions, they petition saints. So it's very similar to magic, and not only very similar, what they're doing is basically a ritual magic, right? So let's just be honest about these things. Magic is not something crazy or bad, unless, of course, you're doing hexes, curses, black magic. Then, yeah, it is wrong. Sorry. I mean, it doesn't even have to be wrong then. If you're doing it for a rapist or someone, I'm not going to get into it because I have audio about that as well. But I'm just going to be general. Magic is not something bad or something that's like woo-woo, crazy, whatever. It's basically something people have always done, and something that's even used in religions, even if it's not called that. But if you logically think about it, that is what it is. Like, let's be honest about it. That is what it is. So, I've been blabbing for half an hour, which is really longer than I was planning to. I kind of went to a lot more topics than I was planning to. And I could talk way longer about this because I've just given you the short version of everything. Now, I will repeat again. I've done so much research, so much testing, so much reading, so much everything, studying, whatever you want to call it. And I know what I'm talking about, okay? So these are just my recommendations to you. And I'm giving you all of, I'm sharing my knowledge with you, sharing my knowledge with you because I want you to be a successful human being. I want you to be stress free. I want you to be in a high vibration. I want you to be happy, basically. I want you to be healthy and happy. That's what I want. So, yeah.